Good morning, everyone. I am Vishnu Tab, and in front of all of you, I am presenting the Financial Express newspaper headline. So, first of all, on notice board section, Indian Oil launches eco-friendly uniform made from discarded PET bottles. Next, NABARD observance of Valiance Awareness Week 2022. Next, year ended September 13th, 2022. Next, HBCL backs 12 prestigious awards at 12th PRCI Excellence Award 2022. Next, NITIE hosted our next. Novelty in the manufacturing of solar electric vessels. Next, concessions agreement signed between JNPA, JM Baxi Sports and Logistic Limited. Next, revision in the schedule of train number 19417 1919418. Next, WR to augment additional services of 15 car local train services over the Mumbai suburban section. Next, India Post Payment Banks providing digital life certificate DLC and general insurance at doorsteps. Then we comes to the page number 4 3 on that budget financial year 24 to step up spending on health education. Next, India GDP growth seen at 6.1 to 6.3% in quarter 2, says RBI. Next, India INC capex plans expected to be back on track. Next, forex reserves post highest jump since August 2021. Next, COP27 discussion Egypt extend by one more day. Next, private space jet lift. Next, more Amazon layoff in 2023. Next, hundreds call it kits at Twitter. Next, Goldman Sachs Ontario teacher I entry into Indian warehousing. Next, government extend tenure of PSB MDs to 10 years. Next, Jalen Kalrox says banks delaying jet takeover process. Next, free flow of data at core of IT Vaishnav. Then we comes to page number 4 in that no shortage of fertilizers in Rabi season government. Next, retail inflation for farm ruler is marginally in October. Next, 9 judicial technical members join NCLT after taking oath. Next, budget to step up spending on health education infra. Next, GDP growth in July September seen at 6.1 to 6.3% RBI. Next, AIIB must fund green energy FM. Next, independence of CA is important for trust of financial shareholders Sitaraman. Next, AIBEA calls of November 19 national-wide bank strike. Next on page number 5 in that wheat and oil seeds showing up. Next, Miller seek restriction on import of edible oils. Next, ONDC a game changer oil. Next, minister to seek rupees 2.25 trillion fertilizer subsidy for financial year 24. Next, Sunak committed to working quickly on UK India FTA. Next, Punjab cabinet clears return to old pension scheme. Next, on page number 6 in that new data bill addresses big tech firms concern. Next, Geo 5G now at major NCR locations. Next, Alto K10 CNG version priced at rupees 5.95 lakh. Next, IDFC signed deal for Ether 2 WS financing. Next, Akasha Vizag Bengaluru flight from December 10. Next, Eicher Motors appoints Vidya Srinivasan as CFO. Next, Tata High-Tech targets financial year 23 revenue growth at 15 to 20%. Next, Hindustan Coopers set rupees 350 crore capex target. Next, Maruti eyes 3,700 outlets before year end. Next, JLR to recruit fired Twitter Meta staff. Next, Zomato co-founder Mohit Gupta quits third big exit this month. Next, Delhi Hunt parent Verse financial year 2022 losses triples to rupees 2,563 crore. Next, renewed India INC capex plans are back on track. Next, new data bill addresses big tech firms concern. Then we comes to page 7 in that fair and reasonable NDTV committee on Adani offer. Next, Adani Group says no plan for family office overseas. Next, BYD India eyes to sell 12,000 EVs in 2023. Next, Blue Dark set up 25 new retail outlets. Next, Moltech packaging to set up 2 new plants. Next, Lilavati Hospital trustees to build 300 bed hospital in Gift City. Next, 100 calls. Next, on page number 8, it's an article section in that a much improved version. Next, FTX hammers more nails into crypto coffin. Next, the infrastructure imperative. Next, OTT must pay up. Then we comes to page number 9 in that India focused ETF funds sees $126 million inflows. Next, Paytm shares and over 1% higher. Next, Tata Motor replaces Dr. Reddy on Sensex on December 17. Next, SEBI plans to introduce new scores system. Next, Kothale Patil, two others settle case with SEBI. Next, Federal Bank ties up with JCB India. Next, changes in buyback norms. Next, forex kitty swells by $14.7 billion, biggest rise since August 2021. Next, agro aiming at rupees 1600 crore disturbance in next 2 quarters. Next, CDSL detects malware in system. Next, Axis Bank to boost corp credit via MSME short-term loans. Then we comes to page number 10. In search of the Asiatic lion. Next, driving sustainable growth with 5 PS. Next, the alternatives to super sports car like McLaren. Next, ECB may have to cool growth in bid to control inflation, says Lagarde. Next, ECB begins great cash mop-up has banks repaid all European 296 billion loan. Next, Saudi Prince immune in Khashoggi suit. US. Next, Google struck activism deal to block revival store. Next, Tesla recalls 30,000 Model X cars in US. Next, North Korea test fires ICBM range to strike US. Next, Nord Stream sabotage confirmed, says Sweden. Next, Elizabeth Holmes faces sentencing for fraud. Then we comes to the page number 14. In that, Blackstone backed an excess files for rupees 4,000 crore IPO. Next, stocks record first weekly loss in 5. Next, rupees closes lower premiums pledges. Next, RBI sold net $10.36 billion in spot forex market in September. Next, PMS AIF assets to grow 2.5 multiple to rupees 30 trillion. Next, not buying stake in Equitas SFB DSP AMC. Then we come to page 15. In that, Punjab clears return to old pension scheme. Next, Punjab scheme Congress leader flag lack of consultation. Next, BCCI 6 selection panel splits captaincy mandate for new one. Next, SC rejects NIA petition order Navlakha house arrest within 24 hours. Next, not a stunt, says UP bureaucrat stunted out has observer. Then we comes to page number 16. In that, impose cost on nations which back terror PM. Next, data centers try pitches trust source rule. Next, Nagaland Hornbill festival likely to be showcased at G20. Next, Agnipath scheme Delhi High Court to hear please on December 12. Next, COP27 talks extended by a day amid deadlock. Next, data protection bill up ready. Recknor. Next, why are finfluers under surveillance? Next, only 11% funding going to debt tech startup need more to grow cost. Next, in a U-turn, Qatar bans liquor sales at a World Cup stadium. That's much for today. Thanks for watching. My good day.